All right, we are here with Luke Simmons. He is the pastor of Second Mile Church in Queen Creek, Arizona, and we're going to talk today about leadership development. Luke, I know that's a real passion of yours, and that's something that a lot of church planners struggle with. Tell me kind of your own journey with it, and then some practical things that could help guys who'd be watching this.
Yeah, well, for me, I had a really weird experience when I was in college. This guy that was discipling me, I was a fairly new Christian, and he was the Athletes in Action staff member, and he said this really weird thing to me. He goes, "I can't wait to meet all the great grandchildren I have through you." Which, for a college guy, you're
That's
going,
a little weird.
I don't know exactly what to do with that. But basically what he just explained, 2 Timothy 2:2, and the process that faithful men reproduce, and they pour themselves into faithful men who will pour themselves into others. And so that was just a big part of my discipleship DNA. And so therefore it's been a passion for me. And so some of leadership development is just basic discipleship.
Right.
But really the other thing, just at a core conviction for me as it relates to church and ministry is, and this is true in the world, if you look at anything that is strong and healthy and thriving, it's always got good leadership attached to it. And so I just think there's this huge need to develop leadership at every level. Right. And so many churches, when they think of leadership development, they only think of pastoral level or developing elders or deacons. But I think it has to happen really across the board. And so that's just kind of flowed out of my passion for that stuff.
That's good. Well, what would you say to a guy a couple years in, he feels like everything's coming at him 100 miles an hour as it is. How does he put some of those systems in place that will do what you just talked about?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do things, and I think one of the things that locks guys up and keeps them from doing it is they feel like they've got to have the perfect system to do it, and until I have the perfect system, I'm not going to do anything. And so my thing would be just do something. A really helpful recent book related to this was The Trellis and the Vine, which I know a lot of people read. And the main thrust for me out of that, I mean, they talk about a whole structure and system, and like it, don't like it, whatever. But the main thing is do something. Right. And so what I would say to a guy in that situation is just start getting whatever the guys that have the most potential or the women that have the most potential, and start pouring into them. Pick a few key books, pick a book of the Bible. I tell guys all the time, it doesn't really matter what you do, because if you're a passionate leader that's growing strong with Christ, whatever you do is going to rub off on those people, and and the DNA of your church and the DNA of your mission and all that stuff is going to happen. And so my thing would be just do something.
That's good. Well, thanks a lot, bro.
Yeah.
This will be good help to a lot of guys.
Thanks, man.